Trump has a wild idea involving the money that's designated for your kids. If you want to know what's happening, you gotta stay tuned. Let's go. One of the parts of Trump's big, beautiful bill is that he's creating a government savings and investing account called the Trump Account for Kids. So here's what's happening. The government is going to give you free money. This will be a tax advantage account, and the whole idea is to get your kids on the right financial foot when they're 18 and also when they plan to retire in the future. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want my kids worrying about where money's coming from, if they're going to be able to afford their house, Medicare, whatever in the future. I want them to be financially literate, and I want them to have a wide basket of assets to choose from if they need to when something crazy happens. So if you want to know if your child should have one of these accounts, you got to keep watching and you got to keep paying attention, and you can't let politics get you in a particular mindset where you can't learn and benefit from. So this is free money for your child if they were born between January 1st of 2025 and December 31st of 2028. Free money. You can get $1,000. The initial amount your child can get depends upon how much money billionaires or philanthropists, I can't say that, philanthropists are giving to this particular project. But even if your child was not born between that age range, so for instance, our kids would not be able to get however much money they're going to be giving, but they can still get a Trump account for kids open. Now, whether they should or shouldn't, we're going to cover that later, so keep watching. Anybody who opens this account for their child can contribute up to $5,000 each year. That's a little over $400 every single month. And think about the compounding blow-up situations that would happen if you started this for your kid when they were 0 years old. So let's talk about who should do this. If you had a baby in 2025 through 2028, you're going to have one, then you should be doing this because it's free money. It's like when your company has a 401k match, you should be doing the match because it's free money. Again, my kids were born before 2025, so they're not going to have access to the free money. So I personally do not need to open up one of these accounts because I've already got my kids in a custodial brokerage account. And the custodial brokerage account will offer actually more flexibility because we can withdraw anytime we want. And also we can invest in anything we want. So let's talk about specific requirements for these Trump accounts for kids. Now, once the money is in, it's got to stay in there until they're 18. Now, if you try to withdraw early, you're going to be hit with fees, typical of any retirement account. After they turn 18, it converts to like a traditional IRA. Now, all the things that I've read in the website, and I'm going to link that in the description so you guys can read for yourself. It said it's like a traditional IRA, but a traditional IRA is using pre-tax dollars. But if they've already established the account and you're contributing to that account, chances are they might not have a job and they just want to contribute to the account. And it makes sense that they're using after-tax dollars. So I need more information and more clarity around what it actually converts to and how the tax treatment's going to be after they turn 18. If you happen to know, or if you read something that I missed on that website, please let me know in the comments. Now, how do you open one of these accounts? When you file your taxes this year, there's going to be a link, or there's going to be some sort of eligibility where you can opt in to creating this tax account for your child. Again, if you had the child in 2025 through 2028, you're going to be getting free money regardless. Here are several accounts that you could do instead of the Trump account if your kids were already born before 2025. Have a 529 that will take care of their college. Have a custodial brokerage that'll take care of big purchases, like if they want to buy a house one day. And I will say that that is an advantage to the Trump account. If they're 18 years or older, doing stuff like college rich and buying their first house, you're not going to pay taxes on those gains. That is not true for a custodial brokerage account. So I have to think to myself, do I want to set up another account for them specifically for their future house? Technically, there is a backdoor idea now that I'm thinking about it out loud. If you have a custodial account for your kids, once they turn 18, the brokerage account becomes theirs. But what you could do is a personal line of credit based off of the stocks that they have. So they have a stock-based line of credit. So they're going to look at the value of your portfolio and give you a loan based off of that. Now, I don't know if the loan rate will be more favorable than getting an actual mortgage, but that's one thing that I just thought of off the cuff that could go around having to sell your shares in a custodial brokerage just to get the money for a down payment. We've talked about when to use the money. We've talked about what to use the money on. We're going to run real numbers coming up soon, so stay tuned. Now let's talk about the most important thing. What's it investing in? They're promoting on the website low cost index funds, which is exactly what you want to be in to maximize growth without getting a bunch of declines because your fees are so high. And this is where I like the custodial account because I mentioned this earlier. I can have my kids investing in particular stocks that I want to be in instead of traditional funds. Now, having a nice market fund is going to be crucial to a solid portfolio, which is why I'm happy to see that you have to invest in a set amount of funds. And it's pretty standard when it comes to 401ks or 529s. They just give you a basket of funds to choose from, and then you make the best decision based off of what they have for you. I've already done a video about what to look out for. So as soon as the Trump account funds drop, if I have access to them, I will do another video showing you what you guys might consider investing in based off of whatever it is your child plans to be doing. So looking at the website, looking at the pros and cons. Pro, if your child was born between 25 and 28, it's free money. Pro, you're growing that money for over a decade, and a decade of compounding in a market index fund is beautiful. It's chef's kiss. Another pro, this is going to be tax advantage. So from what I'm reading, from 0 to 18, it's tax-free growth. Once you get after 18, depending upon what you're doing with it, then you may incur some taxes. Cons, you are limited to what you're investing in the sense of you cannot invest in Nvidia, you cannot invest in Google, but I'm sure that whatever funds they have available to you, those funds are investing in those classic stocks that you want to be investing in. Con, after 18, you're limited to what you can use that money for, but it's all pretty good things that you can be using the money for to where you're not going to be getting a tax. So education, your first house, business, retirement, these are all good things. So I don't know if you really call that a con. Let me know based off of what you read or what I've said today, what cons you see in this particular plan. All right, so let's look at real numbers. If you have any questions, the link is going to be in the description for you so you can do your own research, which is exactly what you should always be doing when it comes to investing. But this is life-changing for some people. Now, you may not have any extra money to contribute, but if you've had the child between 25 and 28, it's free money for you. Michael Dell has dropped money into this program. Ray Dalio, another billionaire philanthropist, has also just signed up, and he's now challenging other billionaires and philanthropists. People always say billionaires are the worst people on earth, and now here they are doing something. What do you have to say now, and what are you doing to help your own children? And if you truly hate billionaires, wait till the end of this video because I have another video that I think think you won't like, but you will learn from. And the most interesting thing that I've seen on the website is that corporations can contribute to employees' Trump accounts. So that may be another path to free money. Like a 401k, you have a company match. It looks like they're doing the same thing for kids of the employee. And that's beautiful. And that's going to do it for this episode. I got to know in the comments, if you are one of these hardcore Democratic people who says, F the Republicans, blah, 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 are you going to do this account? Are you going to forego free money for your kids because of politics? Now, I'm not the one who starts bashing on people, especially in the comments. You guys are all family to me. So whoever's reading this in the comments, whoever's commenting in the comments, I want to say, please be respectful. Those thoughts are your own and they're completely valid. I just want to know the thought process as to why you wouldn't want free money for your children. So respectfully, tell me what you're thinking so I can get a better understanding, and I'm going to come back at you respectfully. If you found value in this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, pay that like tax. If you didn't, double click that thumbs down button for me so I can really learn my lesson. Share this with somebody who's probably going to be making babies in this year or the next year, or they did in 2025, because they might not have heard about this. And again, it's free money. And until the next one, remember to smile because you are beautiful. Peace. Oh, peace.